and I think I missed. Well, that's right. I'll get myself caught up. Okay. Elizabeth, I have these are gray tiles that I have. Wait, let me put. Well, that's an envelope. This is kind of white next to it. You can't really see until you put something white because they're a really light gray. Okay. Uh-oh. Barbara has, okay, no speaker, so she can't hear. Now I have outgoing camera and can't hear. Barbara. Sometimes if you go out and come in, I'm just typing it to her. All right. Okay. Oh, and Antonia's camera just died as she was waving hello. Oh, all right. Let me share what we're doing. So here's how we work. Despite technical difficulties, I was like a few minutes later than I normally am because I wanted to reboot my computer just in case. All right. So I saw this. So we have the red carpet out, which means we are launching a new Tangle. And let me put it in the chat. I saw this one some time ago, and because I like to keep things a surprise. Let me, gosh, gee whiz. I'm going to show it in a minute. That's my version of the step outs. Let me get rid of stuff that I don't need because apparently it's confusing me. Yeah, there we go. Too many things. All right. And I don't know that Susan usually joins us.
Is it somebody from our group though?
Yes.
Okay.
So Susan Lewis, who posts a lot, yeah. Yeah, and I was going through, I don't know why it is. So on Facebook, if people put comments on some things, it's like I don't see it unless I go to their, this extra thing that they have, when you manage, a group or a page. And I'm like, I had seen it and I thought, oh, okay. And I put it like in the back of my mind. And so then I was going through something and then she had put it somewhere else. And I'm like, oh, I didn't even see that. So anyway, so I thought, well, let's do it today. I mean, because she calls it Snowtable because she couldn't think of it. She said she couldn't think of a name. So she just called it what it was. And the reason I said the hearts, I said, so you see the heart shapes, but I don't think it's not necessarily like, it's not a hearty type of tangle. So, for those that are, okay, you forgive me. So for those that are hearted out, and Joe says more butts. See, it's, those are the seats.
It's
okay,
all in your perspective.
So it's whatever it's non-representational, so it's whatever you want it to be. Oh my goodness. And so yeah, so and I someday I will get to I wanted to write something up about creating tangles and what Rick and Maria say about it and this and that, and and I have some templates that I've already created. They're just sitting there waiting to, so someday I'll do that. Okay. Says, oh, and Tony says they're spades. Yes, they could be spades too. And Joe says these have cleavage. Oh my goodness. All right, so this is, and I put both links in. So this is what Susan had posted, and it's like, oh, it's perfect, but I needed to like tanglify it. And that's one of the things that I want to explain whenever I get around to doing it is, setting things up with the steps and elemental strokes and all of that. So our first step is, we're essentially going to create like a big donut. So freehand or use something, completely up to you. I'm debating on what I want to use.
They probably saw me. I used a coaster.
Yeah.
And then I used a marker. And I just eyeballed centering it. I didn't,
You didn't use your cheating thing.
No, and I didn't get out a ruler and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so you can freehand it, what, however you want to do it. So, a big orb, that's the outside, a little one on the inside. And then we're doing S shape curve lines and then kind of ending it, having it touch the top, touch the bigger one. Well, Mom has put that in pencil. Usually we just start with pen, but that's up to you. Some people like to pencil things in first, and that's all right. I will just start with a pen. Because I like to live dangerously. So again, an S shape. So as you see, and I did north, south, east, west because that was easy. So having it face towards me, and is that, oh well, actually this is more of the shape of a curvy 5 because we're doing it the opposite direction, right? And then so ending with a spiral ish at on the base of the, calling it the base in the center orb, and then just flipping it the other side. So then we're reversing it. It creates a heart or upside down spade shape or whatever else you want to say. And then just repeating that step, north, south, east, west. It wasn't as hard as I was thinking. And then where those the little spirals come together, we'll put a diamond. It's kind of like a snowflake ish too, because I'm thinking, oh, this will be perfect for those of us today who are getting some extra snow. And then at the end of the little diamonds, we'll put spirals going to either side, and I split it up just because I wanted to, and then decorate and play. So the one thing Susan didn't have was like samples and this and that. She posted her step out, and because I like to surprise people, and I didn't ask her for it, but I might ask her for it after the fact. So there we go. And so for those new to us, we kind of just stick with here's the tangle, and then it's up to you however you might want to decorate it. You can follow me, you can follow Mom, you can follow neither of us, or a little of both. It's completely up to you.
The one thing that I know you mentioned it, but I think
yes,
it needs to be re-mentioned, because when you talk about north, south, east, west, I was just going to start in and do my curvy line thing, but it has to be off center, because the middle of the two has to be on north, south, east, and west, right?
yes, yeah. Well, I started. I should get my little circles in here. I started the top part of it. That part could
Bring it
be
down
north
a little,
because
Heather. Down, and it's blurry.
Okay, well, is it?
Yes. Now it's plain.
Okay.
Yep.
I figure it's, what, maybe I need to change maybe that's the clue of change your paper, because it's okay, I have all these pens sitting out here. Oh, why don't I use this new one? Okay, sure. Oh, I have a little mark already. All right, let's just do. Okay, let's see if I can make a big orb.
It's hard, but you're doing
Freehand. Woo! Don't think about it too much. Don't think about it. Don't think about it. Don't think about it. Look at that. Wow. All right, and then a little.
You are using a green pen.
Yeah, it's kind of a blue green. I got these were the clearance on at Dick Blick. I don't know if it lists what the color is, but it's kind of a blue green. All right, and then an orb in the center. Yeah, so when I started, so if I'm going to call, well, this north, it doesn't really matter. I could put them off to the side. But so starting with this part, because both are going to share that.
Yes.
So that part, and then this is I guess a reverse S, and then coming down. And so I guess I was sort of thinking about it, because this kind of lines up this way. That's why, Sam, don't, in normal, well, in the Zentangle method, we only use the pencil for creating our border and our string, and then we put the pencil down. So that's why I just start with the pen, and just whatever happens. There's no such thing as a mistake. It's all good. All right, and then on the other side, so then I just immediately go to the other side like that. This one I worked my way around. So I turned well, when I was playing with it, I just turned the paper. It's like, okay, well, here, this is going to be, well, actually it's north, and then if I turn it, it's north again, right?
Yes. I have a hard time making my two sides look the same. But in the end, it will all be just fine.
Yes. Yeah, because I have that. This one was good. This one, yeah, it's all right. And then too, I mean, and you don't have to. Wait, Jen says I'm a big cheater face. Hi, Leslie. What are you doing, Jen? That's it's the you do hashtag, right? You do you. It's all good. And then two, illegal pencil.
About the time I got to the fourth one, it's looking pretty good.
Yeah. And then I'm stretching over in my this spiral so that it kind of touches the other. And it's of course
Mine
it
don't
doesn't
touch.
matter. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, because yours, yeah. Oh, and yeah, and you did yours really, yeah, really wide.
Well, and I'm gonna go back and see what it actually looks like, and then I can
Yeah.
see how I can fix that. I'm sure it doesn't matter.
Well, and I was thinking too, this will be extra fun because I mean, like I said, I didn't find any samples with this,
Oh,
and so it'll be interesting to see what everybody does. Wait, Candy says, I thought I was all clever doing cross lines to map out the quadrants, and I've just gone and drawn half a heart in the wrong place. No, northwest. Well, that's okay. So then you have northwest, northeast, north.
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter at all. Just we just go with it.
So you hmm,
Yes.
you put in links to are both they're both the same?
Oh no, they should be different. It'll both say Tangle Addicts because I put it on my site.
Oh, I see. The first
So
one is this hers. I got it.
yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah. Well, that's okay too, Sandy. It doesn't. Yeah, you could. I mean, psh,
Like I
yeah,
say, mine don't meet, so
yeah. It doesn't matter. And then because this is just about having fun with it and see what we do. Because I'm excited to. I'm like, oh, it'll be really fun to see how everybody decides to decorate it and whatnot. Okay, so then. And so that, like Mom's to say, if yours don't meet up, but you could probably put this right on the line. So then she had like a diamond. I always start with just a V in, um, you know, where the two meet. And of course, you can have as much fun, however big or small you want to do it. And I'm going to just do those.
yeah, it's not there's not going to be a problem with the gap I have because I can
Mm,
fill that in a lot of ways.
yeah.
I actually put curly cues at the top too. I didn't leave them as just like regular
Oh, that's a
hearts.
good
So,
idea.
well, we'll see. Further down the line, we'll see how good of an idea that was. Because in one of hers, not yours, but in one of hers of the step outs, it
Yeah.
had a more of a little curl to it, and I just
Oh, let's see.
grabbed onto that and
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and yeah, because yeah, you're right. Because yeah, it kind of went out. That's where Joe was said it had some cleavage. Oh my goodness. All right. And then from the top of this, I'm just carrying it out and then just adding, and you could do both at the same time. Sometimes sometimes I just get like extra anal or something. And I'm like, no, let's separate all of these little bits out. And then sometimes I don't. It's sometimes I'm not necessarily consistent. But if it's something where I just need to see it myself, then I'll separate it out. Well, in this one, I was like, well, gosh, I need to go down. I need to like add a row of, in the step outs. Like, well, I might as well, because then I just don't have the one thing down there. Ah. And then going around. And so this is the base. And so she said these were the legs. So I'm, of course, assuming, she's looking at maybe the top of her table or something. But
Oh,
that,
I bet she might have got, yeah, this idea from a tabletop
yeah,
thing.
because that's what she said. Yeah, because she said, that, and I think it was like last March or something she put it in. And yeah. So better late than not at all. So now we play however we want.
Okay.
Yeah. And for those that are new to Zentangle, oh, there's always so many things that we can do. Oh,
Mm.
fill in on my version. I added an essentially an orb in the center, leaving a little couple shine parts. I filled in. I auraed the inside of these diamonds and filled it in. An aura is just a basically an outline. And I put some straight-ish lines inside the hearts and shaded around it. Now I'm thinking, what do I want to do? I need to do something differently, and I might use a different color pen. I don't know. I did like, well, because you could fill things in solids. Like I said, sometimes aura ink. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. I had a different idea. I was going to aura the hearts and have them all come in. We'll see how well this turns out. I don't know. I guess I need to sort of aura-ing the hearts, but I wanted them all to come down to the same place. And then if I don't like it, I'll be filling it all in. I don't know if I like that yet. Yeah, I shouldn't have drawn I stopped drawing that line down. I don't know what I was thinking.
Whatever it was good at the moment.
At a moment, yeah, and I'm like, yeah, it wasn't completely thought out when I did it. I think because I started the first aura using that line, and so somewhere in my head, I needed to continue using that line and not just not just aura the inside with nothing. There we go. Let's see. Oh, Rosie said 2 of her diamonds are flying in the air and there's nothing I can do to fix it. No, yeah, no, add more.
There's always something you can do to fix it.
Yeah, yeah,
Don't give up.
exactly, exactly. And I'll say Barb didn't answer yet. I don't know if Barbara's still here. Leslie, Alberta's in Canada.
But where in I think she said where in
Oh, it looks like
Alberta.
she's left. Yeah, she was having technical difficulties. Oh yeah. Oh, we're in Alberta. I thought I can't read either this morning. Let's see. Okay. And other Barb, not Barb Bradley. It was Barbara. And I think. Oh no, is that you, Barbara? Maybe no, I think Barbara is Barbara Duell Johnson, and I think yeah, she just has Barbara. What doesn't help, but if I'm not looking at if I didn't get all of the chat read, I have to go backwards.
So you missed my scream.
Oh yeah. Oh no, I saw the scream. I saw the Oh, okay. Let's see. Okay, very good. All right, let me get this last one. Well, okay. Mine's turned into whimsical, but that's all right. And like I said, I can always go back. And fill it in if I just really, really am not pleased with it. That is the beauty. Okay, and that's right. I did say I could use color. Different color.
You gave yourself permission.
I did. But it's like, oh, but I don't know what. Color. Or just leave it like that. Maybe add some gray. I haven't used these gray pens in a while. Tisk. And right, it's just a piece of paper, Felicity. Oh, thank you, Amy. Amy says it reminds her of Alice in Wonderland. Oh.
Like the Queen of Hearts and that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Although it's green hearts. That's okay. That gives me a different idea. Let's see how the grays work. Ooh, that one, I think. Okay. Yeah. So you gave me an idea, Amy. Let's see. Any suggestions Pamela has on how to show a reflection? How to show a reflection to give depth when using color. My idea of leaving some blank does not quite work. When using pencil, you can erase some or put some white on it. Let's see, for reflection.
Yes, silver.
Oh, the shine?
I think that's what she means. I don't know for sure, but that's what it sounds like.
White jelly roll. Okay, the illusion of shape. Well, a lot of times we will darken around the outside because that can make it round. And then using the white jelly roll or white gel pen, to make little marks. So for instance, well, you know what I could do? Let's see. And then it depends on what you're using too. Maybe not. Okay, let me do an experiment. I was going to use colored pencil. Or I should actually ask. Oh, no, that's okay. Yeah, no, I got it. I figured you were saying illusion. Oh, I do have a matching-ish color. So, let's do a quickie. Well, I think I'll put the shine in the center. Because if you're using colored pencils, then you can have fun with using white as a resist. And then, oh, that is so close. And then I can still use the graphite though. Okay, I was gonna say I had 12 colorless blenders here. No, I had 2. Like, and then they just disappear. All right, why is it not working the way I like it to? Oh, I did use that. Not moving. Oh, okay. You're using colored marker. Okay. Because well, your colored marker would be essentially like this, right? Oops. I'll do this where I put a here. Let me do it a different way. So here's my center orb. This is what I did on my sample. So I put an orb on one side, and then kind of a couple C shapes sort of on the other, and then fill in between. Although that could have been a little bit further away. That's okay. And then I just kind of keep filling in.
You could probably, yeah, you could probably come back like with a silver, or or opaque jelly roll and put that white in over the marker.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. And then so I'm going to put some graphite around the outside, just playing. We'll see what happens. And then, well, that shouldn't be there, but I mean, you can put a little graphite drop shadow type of thing like that. And then two, I mean, if you do, because this is on gray, so the white is going to pop extra, and then leaving it empty, like the empty. Then you could do this. Oh wait, let's see. Okay, so the answer. Oh, the answer is better be better at or more strategic about choosing the negative blank space you leave. Great thing. You're welcome. But we do with what we have, and there, if you have a white gel pen, it is there's a lot of fun that you can have, and you'll see at the when we do the screenshot when we all share. And sometimes it's yeah, you can be strategic about choosing that negative blank space that you leave, or just being able to go with the flow. Don't look at what she's doing.
Just don't worry about it.
Just don't worry about it at all. And that is very, very pretty, Mom. And interesting, the way you created the lines going through, that's neat.
Yeah, I like that.
Because you had the gaps, and then you just do with what you have.
That's it. Now don't watch me because I'm erasing lines.
Right.
I should have something like this and go.
But then we'll know.
You would know. I know you would know.
We'll say, oh, we know what she's doing. And for those that are new, the reason we joke about that is because in the method itself, we don't use erasers, we don't use rulers. It is kind of a philosophy of, whatever happens, happens. Kind of like when life hands you, what is it? When life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. Because it doesn't really matter in the end. And then it's fun, I think anyway. A lot of us think. Some of it some people were still working on that, right? Okay, it's a game. What can I do to make this better?
when something happens, you just don't worry about it. And a
Oops.
lot of people, and that's the big struggle that they have. And,
Yeah.
I had one lady after, I can't remember, I think she only took a basic class with me, and she said, I just can't do this. I have to know exactly how it's going to look when I'm done. I cannot take that, you know, whatever happens, happens. Nope,
Right.
wasn't for her. I said, okay, well,
And then when you do things like, oh, I was going in diagonal and then all of a sudden I didn't do that. So then whatever happens, you just do it consistently from that point on. And
or inconsistently, consistently.
yeah,
Like you did. Okay, so you did squares on one side and diagonals on
well,
the
I
other.
started with the diagonals and then
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking and I just drew I'm like, oh, okay, well then I guess that's
If
what we're doing.
if you catch it fast enough,
Yeah, yeah,
but then you could also have just completely filled in the opposite
right.
ones too. That works.
Yeah,
There's a lot of ways to I always consider myself a problem solver, you know,
yeah,
um, figuring out ways to get out of trouble. Artistic trouble, not trouble
yeah.
trouble.
And it is, after we get, kind of used to that idea, it is kind of a fun game. Oh, well, no, I didn't do. Okay, good. Phew. Okay, when doing Knightsbridge, pay attention to, what did she say? The corners or something kissing. I can't remember what it was, but it's just because I have an odd shape. And kissing corners. Thank you, sneaky alligator. I'm glad you're here. I was thinking your work it just keeps interfering with our fun. And yeah, and so I had to put some Knightsbridge in because that's the idea that Amy gave me, because it's like, oh well, you have to have the checkerboard, right? For, I don't know, in my mind anyway. Okay, I am not completely liking these, so therefore we'll start with filling in the center one and we'll see where we go from there. Maybe the two center ones. Yeah. Because there is always a way. For sure there. This one's like, okay, I got one nice one out of, all right, the other ones are very whimsical. Or actually, even going back to what Rosie said, she's got these diamonds that are flying and there's nothing. It's like, well, yeah, you just, make more and, or have them do something else or something. It's just, yeah, it's very, well, thank you, Amy. Thank you for the inspiration. Wait. I could do, did that make it even? Whoa. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. And then sometimes when you do something and you think you're just, okay, I'm just course correcting. Yes, you might be, but also can come up with new ideas. And that's the idea behind the no mistakes, is you don't know what's going to happen. So, that's okay. I'm going to take Mom's. Give me another idea. This is how it's like, they talk in the books and whatnot about it being a creativity booster and help to um, like rid yourself of writer's block and things like that. And I personally think it's, when we do stuff like this, it's like, well, okay, oh, how am I going to fix that exactly? That's what helps us, just boost that creativity, because you have to think outside of the box sometimes. Let's see. Uh, Shorna says, I love the checkerboard. Can't think of the name of the company that makes beautiful ceramic ware with black and white contrasting with delicate colors. Oh, I don't know. And Joe's gone dot crazy. Oh yeah, that's good, Jen. Yeah, we got to think outside the tile. Yes, brilliant. Yes, yes, yes. And because it's all non-representational, and it's just a piece of paper, right, Mom?
Yeah. Doesn't have to look like anything.
Yeah. Let's see, what did you, oh, and you did, let's say, I need to do something to the outside. I like what you did.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm still playing with that outside.
Yeah.
I
Well,
didn't draw in my whole circle. I
right.
penciled it. But you could still play with
Well,
it.
it's still, because you could aura the outside with, could do scallops,
Yes.
or Joe says
Put
outside.
another band and do doodah.
Yeah.
Do flux going around.
Ooh, I like that idea. Mostly because I like flux. Joe says, outside the tile, won't that stain the carpet? Well, it might. And then it'd be off with their heads, right? Oh, Sneaky Alligator says, I was in a meeting during the first half of class teaching someone how to make infographics. She asked, does this come easy to you? Easy for you creating things out of nothing? She doesn't know my Zentangle side. No. It's true. Oh, that's so funny.
It's amazing how I mean, like you had just mentioned about, they suggest that Zentangle, I mean, it's focusing sort of. I mean,
Yeah.
not that we focus that hard,
Yeah.
but it is supposed to help, with artist block or whatever. And it's amazing when you're doing this, all of a sudden you're thinking, oh, like if you're a quilter thinking, oh, this looks like a quilting pattern I used to do, or, it gives you inspiration for any other projects, crafts, life, whatever.
Yeah.
That's why we love it.
Yes. Well,
Using
too, you
different,
don't come into it thinking, oh, I'm going to fix my writer's block
yeah,
with this.
right.
It's just like, it's just that way, like, things just happen.
Yes. You have to consider, well, like they say, it's not the destination, it's the journey. So, consider all of these just an exercise in creativity, not a work of art that you're going to sell to a museum.
Right.
That's one reason I'm glad I'm done with pottery. But
Ah,
well,
or you
when
don't.
you know, um, and I didn't teach the throwing classes, but in the throwing classes, a lot of people when they're learning to throw pottery, they think
Mhm.
every single little bowl that they throw, they have to keep. It doesn't matter that it looks like a miniature dog bowl, but they're going to keep that because man, that is just gorgeous.
Yeah.
The bottom's 2 inches thick, but who cares? We do, because those kind of things blow up in the kiln,
Oh, gee.
and everybody else's pieces get whacked with flying
Uh,
pieces of pottery.
actually, I think I'm just gonna make a wiggly line. Let's see. Yeah, and Tony says, yeah, it has a lot of Zentangle has a lot of good side effects. Rosie has gone beadline crazy. Ooh, that's a good idea too. Amy says it's helped her be more relaxed about things. I used to put off doing things due to perfection problems. Yes. But this has been a therapy to help that. I was never expecting, but so thankful. Yes.
And you never know quite how it's going to help you.
Right.
It does.
Allie is answering the Leslie asking, what is an infographic? Oh, and since I have this little where the lines didn't quite meet up. Oh, look at, I'm just going to put a little orb. And thank you, Rosie, for the inspiration. For those that don't know, this is called beadline. It's just a line, with groupings of 3.
If you can fit 3. I've done sometimes where I've only been able to fit 2.
Yeah, just little
just
groupings of big dots. And sometimes, yeah, something that doesn't, it's like, oh, okay, well, that didn't, okay, well, that's neat. What shall I do with it? And then there we go. I remember what I was doing, because I never liked, cutting a cake or cutting a pie or anything, because I'm like, oh, I can't do it even. And whenever I'm, selected to do that, I'm like, all right, the Zentangle. Okay, I'm just gonna gonna eyeball this, and then
And in the end, it just doesn't matter.
exactly, because somebody will want a small piece and somebody will want a
Yes.
bigger piece, and everybody will be happy, and it's all good. There's nothing to mess up here. I seem to be hitting all of the great spaces that had a little blob of ink. And even if it was just tiny. Oop, let me pull it down. Or actually, let me move that up and move that up.
Well, that's it. You cut the size of piece you want first, and then don't worry about anybody
That's
else.
right. Yeah. Yeah. Well, and I have to add some of those. I have to add some dots because I'm inspired to. Ooh, I could color in between, and maybe should. Maybe I will afterwards. I don't know. The either the the Knightsbridge. Well, this is actually could be considered Knightsbridge. It's just in a row. And let's see. And Leslie says, "I'm always amazed watching the transformations between me and you, Mom."
Yeah, sometimes we're amazed too.
Yeah,
That really worked? Oh my
like,
gosh.
whoa.
I thought that was a lost cause.
Joe says, finding the positive about another heart pattern. I'm using the last of my red and pink prep tiles. There you go.
See, we knew it was good for something.
There was a reason. See, and I was picking gray because it's all gray here and snowy and blah. And I just saw Lisa, thank you. 5-minute warning. Ooh, oh, actually, now according to my clock, it's 3. So we will then in 3 minutes or so, those that want to and can, let me open up the webcams and we'll explore what we all did. And let's see what. Oh, so okay, did you or oh, I see you made kind of oars around the hearts and shaded there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it. And I like the fescues.
Good filler.
Mm-hmm.
If it would only work in the backyard in the grass.
All right.
Every time I start moving things around and it makes, those kind of noises, I think, I wonder if how annoying that is on the call. Because I remember you used to be able to hear when I would do the
Oh, the yeah.
Tortillion, it was like people would say, "What's that noise?"
And it was really high pitched. It was like the gain was up too high on something.
And
I remember we fixed that. But
yes, obviously, because
yeah,
I haven't had any complaints lately.
Roberta says a bit of Scandinavian vibe on yours, Mom.
Oh, yeah.
Don't we have Scandinavian in our
genealogy
somehow?
Yes, great grandfather was Swedish, and my great grandmother was Dutch.
There we go. I was thinking about using green, but I'm gonna just use the graphite.
I like this even better. I'm glad I used this. I found a tablet of craft paper, and I thought, well, I'm going to use that. Well, I'm glad I did.
Just had another thought.
I'm liking the way the soapstone works on this, because again, like I usually remind people, check out how your pens and things work on whatever paper you're working on, because it could be different. But I like the way that. I like the way that's working. I like the way that it turned out. What else?
Love it.
I don't know.
Wait.
I just keep doing. You keep doing until they say time's up.
Right. I was just like going, who's throwing who a rope? What? And Joe's hanging in there. Oh my gosh. Allie, wow. She sneaks in and then does all these amazing things. Oh, Joe, that is so neat. But I'm thinking, don't think of them as hearts. They're seats, for the butts. And it's because it inspired by a table, so it works.
Is mine showing or no?
Let's see.
God, mine is so different than all of you.
That's okay. That gives us ideas for later.
Sam, I don't see yours up here.
Okay, how about now?
Oh, let's see. Oh, I got 2 pages now. Let's see who's on.
All right.
Now it'll be in alphabetical order, and that will help. Let's see. I see Sandy. No, why am I not seeing? We're not seeing it.
Are you
Okay,
sure?
try now. Well, there's a thing that says that the video is disabled.
Oh, that's on your computer, so you have to. Yeah.
Okay, wait. Okay, I got it now.
Okay, yeah. I was saying just make sure it's not the share screen, and I have more to do on mine. Oh, these are gorgeous, and I will let you know before I take it. And where's there? Okay, let me. Mine looks so dull compared to everybody's. Just not done yet. All right, let's see.
It's not done yet.
And
Donna did
there's Sam. Okay, good. All right, awesome.
In there?
Okay, so wait for a minute. Okay, Joe's there. There's Beatrice.
Sam,
okay,
you gotta put yours back up.
Okay, so put them back up and hold them steady. And
closer, Sam. Closer to the camera, Sam.
Yeah, and Beatrice down just a little bit. There you go.
Now
they'll be as good as they can.
Back a little, right there. Stop. Yeah, perfect.
Okay. All right, still holding them, waiting for things to move. Okay. All right, I got them both. Yay.
Oh my gosh. Elizabeth, I love what you did.
Okay, let me move.
I love what everybody did.
Yeah, okay, and I'm going to share my screen so we can see everybody's here. 1 second. I just got to save. What is today? Nope, can't use those in files. 2:15. It should be easy to remember. Okay, there's the first one. Let me get the second one up. Stop mine. Whew, okay, there's page 2. Oh, it is. Oh, bye, Allie.
I guess she has to go back to work.
Oh, darn work.
Look what she accomplished in that little bit of time.
Amazing. And wait, let's see. And hi, Sue.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, because I'm seeing this. What is it? Sue, no way you did this in 1 hour. See, the trick is you start doing as soon as I post it, put it in the chat, then you start, right? Let me get this saved.
On this craft paper, I have these brown pens, and I held on to them for a minute, and then I thought, no, I'm just going to use black. So maybe tonight I will use the brown pens.
Oh. And oh my God. And look at, well, let's see, wait a minute. Look at what Tetra did. Oh, neat. So she did half of a thing. It just, you didn't have to do hearts. You can be creative.
Heather, you're looking at it. I'm looking at a blue screen.
Oh, wait a minute. How is it now?
Nope, not there. I don't know what happened to it.
Now it's a blue screen for me.
Okay, hold on. Yeah, let me start it again. All right, did it again. Is it better?
Oh, yeah, they're back.
Okay, good. I'm going to keep my mouse moving. I wonder if their problem came back with, like if I didn't keep my mouse moving, it like would go to a screensaver or something.
Yeah, Tedra did little shamrocks instead.
Yes.
See, Joe, you could have done that.
Tonight. This is where we get ideas. And for those that want to come back tonight. Oh my goodness. Oh, and Sandy. Oh, that I see why your doodah around the outside took forever. Oh my gosh.
Wait, who did doodah?
And
Oh,
Sandy.
yes.
Oh, and for those, if you're new to Zentangle, we're using, these are names of other tangles. And Sam, how nice is that?
That's beautiful.
Oh my gosh. And I'm guessing you're not new, because I can't remember if you're new to us, but not new to Zentangle, apparently, because you were using some other tiles. So
I'm 3 weeks new.
Oh my gosh. Well, wow. Nice. And Rosie, I think I saw your hand was done, but that bead line looks awesome. All of it looks neat.
And I'm sure Rosemary will post hers as soon as she finishes it. It's gorgeous.
Oh, it is gorgeous.
You know what it reminds me of a little, I mean, just the inside of it reminds me of wrought iron fencing work, but
yeah,
because it just does.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful.
And Nancy, oh, look at all those lines in that heart. Wow. And it's interesting too. Rosie made a big center orb, and just and then it just depends.
Yeah, because Sharona did a very tiny center orb.
The lines appeared in mine because I couldn't make a heart, so it just kept getting bigger and bigger. So I added all the lines to cover
it works. It works.
Yeah, make it work.
Yeah, and we wouldn't have known. It's just like, oh, look at how creative that is, and you just go, and inside we're like going, well, if you only knew. Here we share what we did, but
to Pamela, what Rosemary did in the triangles that I think you're talking about, the diamond shapes.
Yeah,
you faceted them to make them look like gems.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we haven't gotten to page 1 yet.
Yeah, we'll get to page 1 right now. And Sharona, nice. Yeah, you know what? I like Sharona put the white in with the in that Knightsbridge. I might have to do that. And let's see. Okay, let's go to page 1. All right. Moving it. Oh my gosh. And Andrea threw in put in a bob or a Valentine gnome. Oh my goodness. And Antonia, oh, that is
I mean,
gorgeous.
look at the way Antonia did that first shape. She just added like petals to it.
Yeah.
So it doesn't look like, you don't see the heart shape there either.
Right.
You just don't see it.
Yeah. Yeah. And Beatrice, nice. Oh, some of it came out unblurry. When I was looking, it wasn't blurry, but it does what it does. And what I can see is, look at, she made those diamond shapes really, really big. That's
Who is
neat.
that?
Well, and yours are kind of big too. And Christine's too. It's just neat. Oh. And Deb, gorgeous. With one of her patterns on the outside too. Oh, that's a good pairing. And Diana, wow. Look at that.
Oh, we're still on the second row. Okay.
It looks like the cheesecloth in the heart. I like the pattern in the heart's kind of like that moon pie.
Yes.
Oh.
And that's a good way. I mean, the way she finished it, they really look like hearts. It's just amazing to me, if you look quick at them, how many of them, even yours, Heather, you don't see, they don't really look like hearts right away. Even though you've got a heart inside a heart inside a heart, you don't see hearts.
Yeah.
Right away. Maybe that's because of the color. And on a lot of them, if the decorations like Donna's on her biggest first one, you see the inside. I see the inside design first.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah, and I see. Yeah, and it looks like a fancy U. Yeah, so like from the middle of the heart to the next middle of the heart. That's what I saw first too. Yeah.
And the same with how do you say that? Liz?
Yeah, Liz.
Because she did that stuff on the outside, your eye's not drawn right to the hearts either. But now Elizabeth's, you're drawn right to the hearts. But I love the way she did the circles to tie everything.
Oh, how neat is that?
In.
Yeah. I like Joyce's.
Yeah, Joyce did her favorite. Joyce loves doing that stripes with that shine in there.
Yeah, so gorgeous. And actually kind of looks like the heart we did
oh yes,
on Tuesday, the holly heart.
Yep, it does look like that. But again, even to hers, you don't right away. I'm drawn to those stripes. So you don't notice that they're actually hearts right away.
Right.
So see, you can do heart. And the same, Marilyn's way at the end did her diamonds really big. So it looks like the hearts were just an added something to fill space, because you're drawn to those. It seems like no matter what the pattern is, different proportions on the different parts of it makes it so different.
Yeah. And look at Inez's. I'm going to assume you met this, Inez. Yours, it looks like the whole thing is rounded and popped off the page.
Does. It does.
Like a paperweight.
It looks like there's a glass dome over it or something.
Yeah. Even without doing a line, like going around the perimeter like we might do with a shine. And Inez will just say, yes, that's exactly what I meant.
Of course, that was my intent.
We knew that.
I was actually trying to use the embossing, and I kind of messed it up. And then I tried to do a gem, and then I kind of messed it up. And I said, "Oh, what the heck? Let me do what I usually do."
It looks good.
And you just kept going.
You did good without even knowing it.
Oh, yeah. That is, yeah, and that's I know, I love that, Inez, that you do that. I mean, with a lot of things, you're like, well, and I like that when you post it and you give us a story. It's like, oh, okay, so I just kept going with it until it made me smile, and it's like, oh, it makes us smile too. Oh, they're just so neat. And then, like, look at Felicity's, how delicate and how, with them separate. And there she's got well, I guess that would be coffered, really, wouldn't it?
Yes, coffered.
Yeah,
But if she could
the
make
diamonds.
them into faceted. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Joe, your colored prep tile is so beautiful. I think you ought to do some more pink ones.
Yeah. It is pretty. Oh, and yeah, and, oh, that's right. Because Joe said he was going dot crazy. I like
Yeah.
them. They're so
Yeah.
neat. And Jen, oh my goodness, that is just so pretty. I like the half filled in and half with lines. I don't know, Jen, there's just magic in your pen. Your lines are so beautiful.
Yeah. Who said that? Sandy said we haven't seen Linda in a while.
Oh, no. We'll have to check on her.
Linda who? I don't even
Linda
recognize.
Talberg. It seemed like I'm trying to remember when she was on, but you know what? We'll have to,
Can I ask a question?
Sure, Sam.
I want to know is I look at all of these and I think mine sucks in comparison. How do you get over that?
You don't.
That's the
just
therapy
don't
part
worry about it.
But yours doesn't.
No, it doesn't. And everybody is their own worst critic. And
Yeah.
you just have to, and what we all do is we just steal ideas from everybody else. So the next time we're doing it, you use some of those ideas. And it's just, a lot of times I don't like the ones that I do either. Well, you know what? That's right. She's new. So we have something called transcending, which
If you really don't like it.
if you really don't like it, we do another thing where you actually do a whole different tangle over the one you just did, and you'd be
Right.
amazed at how it transforms it. And so if you don't like it, don't get rid of it. Just put it to the side and
Don't throw it away.
don't throw it away. Someday,
Well, and then two, don't you go back and look at it a couple days later, because sometimes I have to do that, and it's just like, and then it's just like, oh, look at the fairy, the Zentangle fairy came and fixed my thing, and it didn't. It's just looking at it with a different set of eyes.
Right. And Diane Russell's famous saying is, if you don't like it, it's not done yet.
Right.
So,
right.
You might have picked up a few ideas from some of these others that you can add to yours.
Yeah. Oh, and thank you, Diana R. And Diane Du Russell. That makes me think of toll painting for some reason. I don't know if that's.
Oh, it looks like Dresden, China.
Oh, okay.
With the blue and the white.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
It is reminiscent of toll painting also.
Something makes me think of that. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why in my little, But yeah. So it's one of those, and I think it's like what Mom said. It's you get used to just being accepting of yourself and what you do, and and if you're not done, it just means you're not done yet.
And Sam, since you're new, Heather just put in the link to all her things.
Yes.
She has a club that you pay to join, and then the classes she gives are included in that monthly payment. But you can also just take an individual class, and that transcending is a class usually, right, Heather?
Yeah, I do it as a class, but the last post, if I can find it really quick, that we did, because it was a kitchen table tangle from Rick and Maria, so you can get an idea, because I know Susan actually I think was asking, or no, it was somebody else in the Facebook group that was asking, and I'm like, it was a paid class, you can pay for the replay, but here's what inspired it,
right,
type of thing. So
yeah, I'm sure if you put in Zentangle transcending into Pinterest or Facebook or YouTube or whatever, things will pop up.
Yeah, there's some that do something a little bit different, and they're calling it transcending, but it's not necessarily the same. Oh, here, look at here, right here on. I got a link.
Diane says her hearts are all backwards. I don't They don't look backwards to me.
Wait. How does it look? Well, you know, I know when you're well, no. Like when I look at mine, it's backwards on the screen as to what it is. What I just put in is a link to tanglepatterns.com, which is a really great resource if you're not familiar. And that's to the kitchen table tangles. Yeah, Sandy, yeah, is where people they'll put like white pen in and draw more tangles on top of that. Where yeah, and they're calling it transcending. Where if you listen, you know, to Rick and Maria talk about it, it's contrasting tangles, contrasting pen sizes. And while yeah, the white pen might contrast, it's still to me it's different. And I don't think I have one. Oh, I do have one handy. But yeah, so it's just really, really neat. You know, could share that resource anyway. But these turned out so amazing. Okay, let's say goodbye to the recording for now.